I think maybe some people think that strategy is boring or it's difficult or it's difficult to digest. But today I will totally convince you that strategy is something that you can easily implement in your business. When clients come to me, so creatives, if I can put them in two groups, there are the people who have a very, very clear goal. For example, I'm working with an illustrator at this moment, and she came to me and she said, Katrijn, I want a web shop, but I don't know how to start. I said, okay, let's just make a very made plan. But the second group are people that come to me and they really are very stuck at a certain situation. For example, I had a copywriter from Amsterdam came to me and she said, oh, Katrijn, I'm a freelancer for 3 years already and I don't get any energy anymore from my biggest client. Can you help me? What do I have to do? And I said, and really for this second group, strategy is really, really a nice exercise because it really defines where your journey, where you want to go. Sounds exciting, right? So how to develop your strategy for yourself. Today, I didn't invent anything. So I followed a course at IDU. It's an online course based in San Francisco, and it really helped me to set up a framework for myself to help clients even better. So my keynote is really based on what I learned there. But I really minimalistic it a bit and some experience from directories. But you also have to know that strategy, it sounds a bit abstract as well, but I'm going to show you with really clear examples, and it will be very concrete and practical for you as well, because I have a practical brain, so I really need that as well. And strategy is super individual, so it really depends where you're now and where you want to be headed, and how do you see you evolving in the coming years. All right, so this is the only theoretical part I'm going to show you about strategy. So the heart of strategy has two elements, and it's cool because Klaus also said about the playing part, and it's also the two elements of the heart are where to play. So where do you want to where do you want to compete? So in the field where you want to play, there are 5 dimensions. So geography, customer, channel, offer, or stage of production. And how to win is your competitive advantage. So you want to be the freelancer with the lowest fee. Don't do that, really don't do that. Or do you want to differentiate? And it's super cool because this afternoon there will be a keynote about how to differentiate yourself. So this is the heart of strategy. Remember that. Okay, how to start? I think everything to start is so difficult. Everybody procrastinates, but not everybody is a procrastinator. That was, for example, one of my latest topic about a newsletter I sent. But this is really a side note. But I always do some research for my newsletters, and I saw a very cool video about a blogger, and she talked about the 10-minute rule. So if you're a procrastinator and you have to start with a difficult task, tell yourself, I only have to do it for 10 minutes, and you will see that you will keep continuing. It's such a good rule. So if you want to define your strategy, just think of yourself, I only have to do it for 10 minutes, and you will see that you'll continue. So that was just a side note. How to start? Okay, the first step, there are 6. Identify your strategic problem. And your strategic problem means what is really the biggest thing that you are struggling right now? What is the thing that really keeps you from really stopping where you want to go? If people want to share it in the chat, I would love to see, or maybe you can just write it on a piece of paper just for yourself, like, what is my strategic problem at this very moment? So I'll give you some time to think. So think of really what isn't working for you. Okay, like I said, I always will go a bit fast through it. I will show you an example. It's a fake example with every step. So here, this is a case. I just invented it. So we have Nico. Nico is a motion designer. And his strategic problem is he doesn't have enough clients at the moment, so he's a bit stressed about it, and his revenue is really going down. So this is a strategic problem. What do you do in the second step? You frame your problem into a question, and this is what I learned in the course: is you don't just put it in a question, but you use 3 words to start. How might I? So how might I? And for Nico, we're going to put it in a question. How might I help new clients to succeed and beyond? And you see, if you put it in an how might I question, it really, it's not like, oh my God, I don't have enough clients. It's really like, okay, it really already shows it's open and wide, but very focused and narrow on your problem. But it really already thinks of possibilities and ways to solve your own problem. Because that is the third step. The third step is that you really solve your own problem by generating strategic possibilities. Possibilities are choices that you can think of to solve your own strategic problem. And this is the fun part, because in the third step, you really can go wild, really go really beyond. There are really no limits in the third step. Really think of everything that you can do to solve your own problem. And it's always nice if you maybe brainstorm with yourself and you have to think of 30 possibilities. So for Nico, we brainstormed a lot. Yeah, it's not real, but and you see that here with the 3 possibilities, I really go back to the heart of strategy. So Nico, he went for an Erasmus to Spain, so he really talks Spanish very well. So he thought of, okay, I'm a freelancer in Belgium. Maybe I can expand my service and go to another country. The possibility number 2 is maybe I want to expand my offer and develop Instagram templates to help his current clients or new clients. And the possibility number 3 is that he thought of maybe I can go and find a new client segment, because he's now working in the, I don't know which industry, doesn't matter, but he's very, very passionate also about the pharma industry, and he thought of, maybe I can do and look for clients in that industry. This is the fourth step. So, okay, you have all these possibilities. The fourth step is that you really test and learn. So for Nico, we gave him 3 assignments. In the possibility number 2, he has to do 2 Zoom interviews, at least in 2 agencies in Spain, to really check if they're really open to hire a motion designer in Spain. The testing in the possibility number 2, okay, templates for Instagram. It's nice, but you really have to develop and test and see if this is something that you can really help help your clients to succeed and beyond. And the possibility is number 3. Okay, what's happening in the pharmacy industry? Are there already a lot of motion designers working over there? So do some market research. For example, check the social media channels of 6 pharma industries here in Belgium. So this is step number 4. And then you have to make a choice. So if you do all the testing and you will gather all the information, you will see that some approach will be better than another one. So in the 5th step, you have to make a choice, and choosing is not losing. It really helps you to focus. So for Nico, the Zoom interviews didn't went well, so they were not open for a new motion designer from Belgium. And the testing in the templates really didn't work out. But because he was super excited about the new client segment in the pharma industry, because during the market research he saw, oh my God, there are no motion designers, not a lot of motion designers in the pharma industry, not really in my very cool expertise. And he really had a lot of already ideas of pills and medicines and motion designing. And he was super, super, super excited about it. Choosing. And then the last step, and I think it's also a very important one. So you did all the research, you made a choice, but now you have to continue with your research and outlining. I always say it. to every keynote is you really have to put some time blocks in your agenda to continue. For example, on Tuesday morning, I have a time block in my agenda from 9 to 10. I always follow up on leads. So, for example, if you have your own strategy figured out, and for Nico, for example, he found out 6 new companies that he wants to target to. Then he already, maybe on a Monday morning for an hour, he can look on LinkedIn for a social media manager who works there, connect with them, send them a message, maybe ask them if they're open to a video call, show his, maybe send his show. And in this sense, he will, maybe find a new client. So you see that Nico was stuck. He was like really stressed about not having enough clients, and you see that we just figured out in the strategy, and now he's quite excited about a new industry that he didn't follow. So the recap: identify your strategic problem. I know maybe you, oh my God, Katrijn, I have so many problems, but really think of the biggest one that you have at this very moment. You put it in an how might I strategic question. You generate possibilities and you go out. Think also about the heart of strategy in the possibilities. You test to learn. So a survey, an interview could help to test to learn. You make a choice and you outline for a couple of months. So I'm a business coach. So business coach is really, so we really talked about I talked about the external world of coaching. So it's good to have a plan, but I also work with the internal world of clients, of course. So if you define your own strategy, you also have to think of which obstacles maybe might go along the way. And also Klaus also talked about the obstacles. So maybe some people want to share about what do you think that maybe can really get stuck and really don't pursue anything that you worked on. I'm thinking about perfectionism. Are there people who want to share their obstacles?
Was it a question to the public?
Yeah, or maybe people want to put it in the chat. So I'm just gonna tell you, like, business coaching is external and internal, and I just want to show you that people, you're not alone. And I just put a summation of obstacles that I work with on clients, and we all have them. I just want to show you that you're not alone in when you think that you're very overwhelmed or you're really stuck in perfectionism and you really don't, you really fear of failing, of making choices, you have your inner voice or you're comparing with others. It's really something human. And I think in everything that you do as an entrepreneur, you have to see yourself as your biggest engine, but you also see yourself also as a person that really sometimes blocks you from getting where you want to go. So this is the only thing that I wanted to say. I think what I really do with my clients, if they have internal blockages, is really like really get the truth of that it's there. But if you see yourself and you see it taking step by step and seeing yourself as making success, for example, if you go to Nico, and Nico had a lot of stress financially, but if he sees that he already had some 3 connections via LinkedIn, okay, these sort of blockages really can dissolve step by step, but you really have to take the time and the effort to really go through them. So that was my presentation. If you want to have the presentation, I will make a PDF version of it, and you can ask me via hi@isupportcreatives.com. I will send it to you. I also am on Instagram, of course, so I share a lot of tips on project management and planning and structure because I really love it. It's true. Or I really join what I I do with clients and how trajectory is going. So you can find me there as well. I just want to say that um, really my mission with my company is really awaken creative talents to excel them in what they love to do. And just I hope with this super easy 6-step strategy that you already can excel in what you love to do. So I'm really open to share more information. If you want to just contact me. Yeah, I really love my job. I think you will see it because I'm always super excited, but it's so cool if I see people growing and just achieving what they want to do. So I believe in you, so you also have to believe in yourself. Oh my God, did I really say that? Yeah, okay.